everyone, it's Miss Kate again, and today I'm going to teach you to classify shapes based on defining attributes using examples, variants, and non-examples. I do have a couple vocabulary words I want to go over with you guys. The first one is a two-dimensional shape or a 2D shape. And I have shown you here a circle, an oval, a square, a rectangle, a star, and a triangle, all to show you examples of 2D shapes. A 2D shape is just a flat shape. The next word I want to go over is attribute. An attribute is a characteristic such as a color, shape, or size. So if you look at my examples, you can see this circle has a curved side, and the square has 4 straight sides with 4 equal length sides and 4 corners. The first example I'm going to work on with you guys today is how many corners and straight sides do each of the shapes below have. Now we can start by counting how many straight sides our triangle has. 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 straight sides. Now our 3 straight sides are going to create corners when they come together. So we have 1, 2, 3 corners. So we can write in here that we have 3 corners. Next we have our diamond. So how many straight sides does our diamond have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 straight sides. And again, when our straight sides come together, they create corners. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. So we can write that we have 4 corners. The last shape we have is a circle. And if we draw straight lines around our circle like this, we can see that our circle has no straight lines and no corners. So we can write 0 straight sides and 0 corners. The next example I want to work on with you guys is looking at the sides and corners of the shapes in each row. So our first row says to cross off the shape that does not have the same number of sides and corners. So we have 3 triangles and 1 square. So we're going to count the sides and corners of each of our shapes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Our next one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now our next one, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know this shape has 4 sides and 4 corners. Now our last one, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So which one of these shapes doesn't have the same number of sides and corners? Our square. Okay, so we can cross off our square. In the next row, we want to cross off the shape that does not have the same kind of corners as the other shapes. So now I'm going to draw straight lines around the outsides of our shapes to see if they line up. Our square lines up. Our parallelogram, not so much. Our diamond doesn't look to line up, but I will explain that. And our rectangle lines up. Now I'm going to draw squares in each of the corners of our shapes. Here you can see that the only shape that doesn't have even squares for their corners is our parallelogram. This means that our parallelogram doesn't have the same types of corners as our other shapes, and we can cross it off. This is the last example I'm going to work on with you guys today. So the first part is circling the shapes that have 5 straight sides. So I'm going to count all the sides of each of the shapes we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this rectangle does not have 5 straight sides, so we can cross it off. Our next shape has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight sides, so we can circle it. Our next shape has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight sides as well, so we can also circle that one. Our next shape has no straight sides, so we can cross it off. Our next shape has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, so we can cross this one off. Our next shape has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight sides, so we can circle this one. Our next shape has 1, 2, 3 sides, so we can cross this one off. And our last shape has 1, 2, 3, 4 straight sides, so we can cross this one off as well. The last piece I'm going to work on with you guys is circling the shapes that have no straight sides. So our first shape right off the bat has a straight side, so we can cross this one out. Our next shape has no straight sides, so we can circle this one. Our next shape has no straight sides again, so we can also circle this one. Our next shape has a straight side, so we can cross this one off. Our next shape has straight side, so we can cross this one off. Our next shape has no straight sides, so we can circle this one. And our next shape has no straight sides, so we can circle this one. And our last shape has a straight side, so we can cross this one off. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson, and again, this has been Miss Kate, and I hope you have a good day.